Hiya, and welcome back to Dawn Chorus. The game that teaches us that we should not be doing Torulf's route, and yet we're doing Torulf's route. He makes me uncomfortable, we're still doing it. Anyways, let's just hop right in. I look up at the starry sky above me, dotted with twinkling stars. Saturn's now only a pale dot, tiny and distant. It looks nothing like the massive planet I saw just a moment ago. Axel, to answer that question, I'm gonna wait to cover my novel on here. Mostly because I want other people to read it before I actually read it. And I want to know what they think about it first. It looks nothing like the massive planet I saw just a moment ago. And it's just one pale dot among many. Arvo? Lake? Arvo! Would he get mad if I booped him? Because I really want to boop him right now. He wouldn't even see it coming. What's up? Well, I saw you standing here alone looking at the sky with a really nostalgic look on your face. So I came to see what's up. Oh, I was just in awe at the size of the universe, that's all. Maybe felt a tiny bit melancholy. That's really nice of him to come here and ask me, though. Yeah, I felt a bit of that, too. To be completely frank, that's in part also why I came over. Huh, weren't you with Jorgen? No, he said he wants to stargaze in peace without me pestering him, so I went ahead and took a telescope for myself. I'm all finished with the assignment, though, if you need some help, then I'm here. That's nice of you, but I finished just a moment ago. You can still stay, though. Everything is more fun with company. Nice! He looks genuinely happy to be here with me. Or maybe just be with anyone. How are you two doing? Do you need any help? Oh, it's you, Lake. I hope you're doing well. Yes, Professor! Actually, we're already done with the assignment. Good, good. That's pretty much all I had planned for this lesson, so you're free to play around with the telescope now if you want. Feel free to ask me questions and have fun. Man, he stresses me out so much. Really? He seems really tame and cool. I thought so too at first. If we're done though, how about we look at some more planets? Sounds fun. I wouldn't know what to look for myself, so your knowledge will come in handy. Great! Oh, by the way, who are you staying with tonight? Oh, I hoped he'd forget about the whole thing, but not this time. But I could never lie to him. Well, he'd find out anyway, so that would be just plain stupid. I didn't ask anyone yet, but I want to ask Torulf after we're done here. Torulf? You know each other that well already? Well, kind of. Maybe. I hope so. Oh well. I'm certainly curious what his response will be. I'm really counting on him. If he declines, I'll have to think of something very quickly. I think Miko would be up for it. I only took a room alone. I don't know if he has a free bed, though. Maybe that wouldn't be a problem, depending on how close you two are. Well, not that close, I don't think so. Still worth a try. Now, let's find some more planets to watch. Oh, that hurts. Okay, it looks like our time here's up. Thank you all for attending the lesson. I hope you enjoyed it and maybe even gained a new passion. Supper's already waiting for you in the cafeteria. You're free to take it with you and eat anywhere you like. Have a good night, everyone. Thanks for joining me, Lake. It wouldn't be half as much fun without you. No problem. I hope I didn't impose on you or anything. No, don't worry. If I wanted some time alone, I would have told you. Anyway, I better go find Torulf now. I'm off to catch Jorgen then. See you later. Sure. Later, Lake. Lake walks away, and I sprint back to the guest house before the queue to the door forms. If the supper's already served, then I bet Torulf is either in the cafeteria or grabbed his meal and went somewhere else to eat. My best bet is on the latter option, but I'll check the cafeteria first before everyone coming back from Stargazing gets there. There are some students already sitting inside, but the room is mostly empty. To the right of the entrance is a table with food. Paper plates with sandwiches and cakes are taking half of the table, and a few dozens of bottles of water are standing in rows next to them. Look around the room for Torulf, but to no avail. Oh, hiya. No! That is a bot! Oh, thank you, Amethyst. I was about to, but thank you. I look around the room for Torulf, but to no avail. I'll grab the food later. For now, I need to find that tiger. Turning around to see a person I haven't seen in quite some time. Travis. Weird, I didn't hear him at all. If I hadn't noticed, I'd have walked straight into him. Sorry I didn't see you there. Hey there, Arvo! You're not eating? Oh, no, I mean, yes, I'll grab the food in a moment. I need to find someone first. If you're looking for Miko, then he should be here in a moment. I think he's still talking with Bjorn outside. Not this time, I'm looking for someone else. Who's that? Maybe I've seen them on my way. Torulf, I'm not sure if you know him. No, sorry. Good luck with that, then. Keeping my fingers crossed for you. Thanks, Travis. I move quite slowly, walking against a small crowd of students heading to the cafeteria, but I finally make my way back to the corridor. Let's see if I was right. Arvo? So my bet was correct. Somehow I knew he would come here to a less crowded place where he could also play some music. He's sitting in a chair drinking water, his plate yet untouched. Hey, do you mind? Well, how could I say no to such cute company? Stay, of course. It's always good to see you. I sit on a chair next to his and rest my paws on my knees, not really knowing what to do with them. By the way, do you know if Stargazing is over yet? Yeah, we just finished. Aren't you going to the cafeteria then? I am, but I wanted to find you first. Oh? Why me? Wait, I don't think I know you. I don't think you know. About what? So I lost the key to my room today. Of course, I went to look for it first and notified the guest house staff. They couldn't get the spare key from the office due to the heavy snowfall, so they could either put me in some random room for today or let me ask around and choose myself. I preferred to ask myself, so here I am asking you. Can I stay in your room tonight? Oh. You didn't ask me if I had a spare bed. Oh, you're right. I kinda assumed you did. Almost all of the rooms here have 2 beds, or at least the ones I've seen. You said you had a single one, though. I did? Maybe I did. Yeah, you're right. Say, if I only had 1 bed, would you still want to stay in my room? Maybe. I mean, I haven't really thought about it. I do have 2 beds, though, so that's not an issue. Something tells me it won't be needed, though. Hold on, I'm turning on the webcam real quick. Hold on. Fuck is it? There it is. Okay. Torulf. Stop thinking with your penis. That is all. I just grabbed the other microphone. Yes, I have 2 microphones. No, I only use 1. There it is. There it is. Something tells me it won't be needed, though. You can join me, sure. I just need to cancel something and we're good. Torulf takes out his phone and starts tapping at it. Meanwhile, my stomach reminds me that maybe it's time for some food. I'll be right back. I'm off to grab my supper. You know what? I'll be in my room then, and you can join me there. Unless you prefer to eat in the cafeteria. No, I'll get the food and eat with you. Can you give me the room number, though? Right. It's room number 16. On the 1st floor. We didn't. Wait, no, we did. Kind of, I think. I don't know. Oh, that means our rooms are next to each other. Doesn't really mean anything, but it's an interesting coincidence anyway. When I get my room back, Torulf will be just behind a wall. Okay, I'll see you there then. Torulf only nods and I get up from the chair and walk back to the cafeteria. There weren't many students in the cafeteria when I got there. Only a few chose to eat there, and the rest either finished already or took their food with them. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the sensor, because something tells me I'll need it with Torulf. Something tells me I'll need it with Torulf. I hoped that I'd encounter Miko or at least Lake there and tell them goodnight, but from the students I know, only Rune and Jorgen were there at that time. They were busy talking with each other and didn't notice me, though. I grabbed one of the last plates and left. Oh, Arvo. Have you seen Rune in the cafeteria? Yeah, he was there with Jorgen. That's good. By the way, who took you in for the day? Torulf. I'm headed to his room right now. Torulf. Ah, the tiger. I didn't know you two were friends. Okay, then. It's great you found something for yourself. Yeah, have a good night. Good night, Devin. I still don't trust it. I don't trust it. I'm sorry, but after getting flashed by Lake, that shit happened 3 times. 3 times. If I had a quarter every single time that happened, I would have 3 quarters. Which isn't a lot, but it happened 3 fucking times. 3! Devin walks through the door outside, disappearing into the night. Oh, hiya. Room 16. I glance at the door next to the right, leading to my room. I still don't trust it. SFW on. That is a fucking lie. Still got flashed. 3 times. I still don't trust it. Maybe in the end, losing my key was a blessing in disguise. Sure, it would be nice to have my stuff back, but if I had the key, I probably would spend a third of the day inside my room. Alone. And for sure, I wouldn't spend the night with Torulf. I still don't trust it. Because Lake! Speaking of, the thought of it makes me anxious. I barely know him after all. Cuddling on a couch in the common room is one thing, but sleeping with him in his room is something much different. I asked him already anyway. I can't just back out now. For a moment I hesitate, but I finally gather up my courage and knock on the door. Come in. Stepping into the room, I feel like a prey entering a predator's lair. Okay, I'm lowering the sensor. I'm gonna lower it. That's all I'm lowering it to. You can still see the nipple slip. Torulf is sitting at the table with his legs crossed and looking at me with a slight smile. You can drop your things wherever, I don't mind. Okay, thanks. I quickly glance around the room, familiarizing myself with it. Looks a bit different than I imagined. Almost none of Torulf's personal belongings are lying around. There's a laptop on one of the 2 bedside cabinets, but that's all. Nothing that would tell me more about the room's owner, apart from probably his fondness of minimalism. I feel his gaze on my back, so I refrain from looking around too much. Careful not to drop the food, I take off the jacket I'm wearing and hang it on the hook.
It's time to drink water.
And drag the photo bag below it.
It's time to drink water. It's time to drink water. It's time to drink water.
I take off my shoes and walk across the room to the table, sitting down opposite to Torulf. Hungry? Yeah, quite. Go ahead then. Dig in. I didn't really look at the food we were given earlier. My mind was occupied with other things, so only now I take a better look at the food we were given. 2 rye bread sandwiches topped with some slices of dark cheese and sprinkled with pepper. It's simple but looks so good, especially considering I'm already pretty hungry. A slice of apple cake is deliciously browned on the edges and smells faintly of cardamom and cinnamon. My paws feel a bit damp, so I wipe them on my trousers nervously. What's the matter? Sorry, everything's fine. Hey, Arvo. Don't feel tense. Torulf extends his paw above the table and starts petting my head. It has an opposite effect on me, though. I can feel my cheeks getting hot and I tense up even more embarrassed. He took me by surprise, but after a moment, the initial embarrassment disappeared and his gentle strokes are soothing. I close my eyes and lean into his paw with my head, letting him rub my snout. His paw pads are exceptionally soft. He brushes the side of my snout with his thumb and I let out a pleased rumble. I had no idea snouts are this sensitive. He takes his paw away after a few seconds of petting and I open my eyes, missing it already. We're just eating supper together. Everything is fine. You didn't have to stop. Let's enjoy our food for now. I'm not going anywhere. I nod and grab the sandwich, taking a bite mindlessly, my mind still processing what just happened. What's that taste? It's sweet but savory and salty too. Kinda nutty but has an aftertaste similar to caramel. Oh, I see you haven't encountered Brunost before. You'll get used to it. It's ungodly! It's an acquired taste, but once you know what to expect, it's delicious. Maybe. I hope, but I have my doubts. I thought you had Brunost in Finland, though. That's where you are from, right? I hope I didn't mix it up. It is. I'm a Finn. How is it? Much different from Norway? Not really, though the landscape is quite different. Finland is covered with forests, and we have lakes literally everywhere. It has the nickname of the Land of 1,000 Lakes for a reason. Meanwhile, Norway has cliffs and fjords and all the mountains. Torulf nods, finishing his sandwich. I'm done with mine too, so I grab the slice of cake and take a bite. The sweet and tart flavor of ripe apples fills my mouth. Oh, it really is good. The crust is perfectly baked and crumbles easily, and the hint of cardamom enhances the hint of cinnamon really enhances the flavor. It's really well balanced with nothing overpowering the rich taste of apples. Oh wow, this is nice. You can have mine then. I didn't plan on eating it anyway. Really? Why? You don't like cakes? What kind of psychopath doesn't like cakes? It depends on the type of cake for me. Goodbye. Maybe I should rethink my stay here. I'm quite full already. I try not to eat too much. Besides, cakes aren't really good for you. I brought apples with me, and I'd rather have one than a cake. I'll gladly have another then, thanks. Go ahead, and if you want an apple too, I have a lot of them. Torulf stands up from behind the table and walks up to the cupboard, taking an apple from it. So anyway, you know a fair bit about me already, but I want to know more about you too. And no need to be shy around me, and anything that's on your mind you can ask away. Maybe we can take turns asking questions. Sounds fine. I already asked one, so it's your turn. Okay, Oh, jeez. That is a lot. The two bottom ones are, what's your ideal room temperature and do you have someone? Oh god, chocolate cake? Oh god, I could go for some chocolate cake. I know, right? Why did you get a degree in computer science? I wanted to travel a lot, but not necessarily for work, and programming is probably the easiest path to get a remote job. It pays well too, and I was young, ambitious, and wanted to earn a lot. I never was really into it, but it seemed like the best choice. Biting into an apple, Torulf looks somewhere above me and thinks for a short moment before speaking. So how about, what's your favorite kind of music? That's an easy one to start with. I know it's a broad term, but I'd go with indie folk. You know, stuff like Nimble Foxes, Fawn Autumn, acoustic guitar plucking and falsetto singing, but with pop sensibilities. Good for you. You're spoiled for choices nowadays, then. I finished the last bite of the cake and licked my fingers clean. That was really good! And thankfully there's more! Are you sure I can have your cake? Go ahead, I won't eat it anyway. Thanks! Last one is, do you have someone? No, but I don't know when he will! I don't know when he will be! You know what? I'm going to take the sensor down, and I'm going to use the skills of avoiding the ouchies. Because I don't trust it. I do not trust this man. Hang on. This man right here. Thank you, Lug. Thank you, Lug. I appreciate that. Thank you. Hang on, I'm getting comfortable. Okay, I'm trying not to limit myself to genres. If you pigeonhole yourself like that, it becomes hard to stay open-minded, and you can easily miss stuff that you could enjoy, but you just never encounter it. There's one I'm particularly fond of, though. When I was a kid, I got a CD from my parents. It was Vader by Lamstein. I listened to it on repeat for half my childhood, and it started my love for industrial metal. Ever since I discovered them, 21 points, 86 centimeter nails was my favorite band. 22.86 centimeter nails. Wait, 6-inch nails? I think that's the band name. I think that's the name. Yeah, 9-inch nails. It's 9-inch nails. It's 9-inch nails. Youch. If you never heard them, you should give them a try. Now, let's try something more serious. What do you want to do with your life? Okay, that really is far more serious. It might sound weird, but what I mean with that is, do you have some plan for yourself? Do you have a vision of what you'd like your life to look like in 10 years? Well, I'm gonna choose then. I went to the university because I'm passionate about cognitive science, and my ambition is to find a job in the field. I love to work in research, and if I'm given the chance, then I can see myself devoting my life to it. That's commendable. I hope you'll succeed with that. Hmm. I'm gonna choose this one. Because I'm curious. No. Never mind. You mentioned that you liked visiting Asia. What did you like about it so much? That's mop erasure. Let's make sure that we don't erase the mop. You mentioned that you liked visiting Asia. What did you like about it so much? For one, it's different than Europe, more so than you might imagine. From the landscape and architecture to people's mentality and the food, it's all exotic. It feels refreshing, gives a different point of view on European culture. Only by contrasting what is familiar with something new, we can see it objectively. And their food is always so good. Fresh and aromatic, imaginative, and so full of taste. I don't want to generalize because Asia is immensely big and varied, but people there are friendly, heartfelt, and open, and I always felt welcome there. I'm afraid it might change with the current wave of digital nomads and influencers, though. Instead of going somewhere too exotic to get immersed in the local culture, the tourists expect to have all the restaurant chains they know, Western-style hotels, spas, and whatnot. In the end, wherever you go, everything looks the same, and you no longer know if you're in Italy, California, or Sri Lanka. Flats are bought or constructed for rent by foreign investors, pushing people away from the cities. Tourists often choose to live in closed bubbles separated from the local people, and for me, that's a sign that modern tourism needs to reinvent itself to work with some more respect towards cultures. My turn now. Were you ever in a serious relationship? Not yet. In fact, I wasn't in any, really. Never? Are you serious? I would lie if I said his reaction didn't hurt my pride a bit. It's easy to feel like there's something wrong with you when you're 19 and never been with anyone. No, not yet. There was one time when I had a crush on someone, but I don't think I want to get into that. Fair enough. Torulf glances at the smartwatch on his wrist before looking back at me with a smile. It's slowly getting late. I think I'll go take a shower now and get ready. We're not joining you, Torulf. Ready? I'll be back soon. What the fuck? He gets up and enters the bathroom, closing the door after himself. I'm left alone here, and suddenly the silence hanging in the air feels heavier. I finish the second piece of cake in silence, simply staring at the wall. Maybe the questions we've asked help us know a bit more about each other, but they've barely scratched the surface of who we both are. It was still helpful, though. Now I don't feel tense anymore. Almost. I stand up and look around the room, but there's not much to look at, so I sit back on the chair and check the messages. Why are you yelling at me? I didn't do nothing. Check the messages. I always have my notifications on mute and check the messages when I have the time, not when someone else writes to me. I only have one unread message, though, from Miko.
Hey, Arvo, you found a room for tonight?
Miko's messages always have proper punctuation and capitalization, which is a rare thing to see. When I write messages with him, I do the same, otherwise I'd feel crude. Yeah, I'm staying with Torulf. Takes a moment before Miko replies, but with the way he composes his messages, it's no surprise.
Okay, I'm glad. Sleep well, Arvo.
Oh. Well, hello. I mean, I'm not complaining about the view. Probably can't show it. I'm not complaining about the view. I can't show it. For a little bit. There you go. Okay, so there isn't any. I feel like I'm just being an ass right now. However, I still don't trust it, and I'm back. Torulf walks out of the bathroom wearing only boxers that don't leave much to the imagination. My first impulse is to look away, but I know Torulf came out of the bathroom like that, so I could look at him. And he certainly has nothing to be ashamed of. His tank top didn't hide much, but now it's pretty obvious that this tiger takes good care of himself. There's not much fat on him, yet he looks pleasantly soft. Even here from a distance, I can see that his fur is brushed, well kept, and shiny. He has a nice solid build, somewhere between athletic and buff. And I can't help but wonder how many hours he had to spend in the gym to look like that. Yeah, I'd better go take a shower too. Blushing like crazy, I walk over to my photo bag and take the bathroom kit out of the side pocket. Glad Torulf can't see my face now. See you in a moment! Sure, Arvo, take your time. You'll find a fresh towel there, you can use it. Thanks! Whew! No! I don't want to crack a slug! Whew! My heart beats so fast. Take a few deep breaths to calm down before commencing the evening maintenance. First, brush my teeth, paying special attention to my long canines. Glad they had a kit with a toothbrush designed for Felidae. Those bigger and wider universal ones are sometimes painful to use. Then I strip down to my boxers, putting all my clothes on the toilet lid, first making sure that it's clean, and look myself in the mirror. My face is the same as ever, but I feel like I'm looking at someone else. Raise my paw to my snout and touch to make sure it's me. I haven't even kissed with anyone yet, and here just a moment ago I was standing face to face with an almost naked tiger who does little to hide his intentions. Things are progressing so fast that I feel like I'm on a roller coaster that only speeds up. With a deep sigh, I lean on my paws on the wall beside the mirror. The tiles are still wet with steam from Torulf's shower. Am I really ready for this? Looking deep in my eyes, I search for answers, but I know I won't find it there. The moisture in the air clings to my fur, making it damp. Is this what I wanted? I look at my reflection again, this time at my body. I'm far from being as fit as Torulf. I feel a bit self-conscious. Next to him, I'm just a clumsy average tiger. And it was he who started hitting on me. Maybe he sees something in me that I can't. He told me I'm cute. I take off my boxers, letting them fall to the ground, grab the shampoo and conditioner from the bathroom kit, and get into the shower. The water is warm and pleasant. Wasting no time, I open the shampoo and start rubbing it into my fur, starting with my head. I ended up here in Torulf's room because I wanted to. I'm not doing anything against myself. I'm only going where my curiosity leads me, and that thought comforts me. I stand under the stream of water, letting it flow down my body, washing away all the tension. I continue with the relaxing ritual until I'm all clean. Then I open the conditioner and apply it generously, brushing it into my wet fur. It's unbranded, but it smells nice. Now I smell nice too. Finally, I rinse my whole body again, and turn off the water. I step out of the shower and dry myself with a fresh towel, which takes some time when you're all covered in thick feline fur. I'm done in a few minutes, bless modern technology for their thick, super absorbing towels, and then I realize something. I don't have any fresh clothes with me, only the ones I was wearing the whole day. Wish I at least had a fresh pair of boxers. Slim chances, but I hope Torf won't notice that. I have no choice, so I put them on, grab the rest of my clothes, and leave the bathroom. Torf is sitting on one of the beds and reading something on his phone when I leave the bathroom. He turns in my direction and grins, putting the phone down. So my bet was right. You really are cutie. I think I've blushed more today than I have during my entire life combined. Oh, thank you. Hey, as I said, no need to feel tense. You look really good, you know. And you're even cuter when you get flustered like that. Thanks, you look really great too. Well, I hope so. I've put a lot of work in this. Torulf, can I ask you one more question? Shoot, but then I also get to ask one. Just so there aren't any misunderstandings. You are gay, right? Getting bolder, I see. I like that. I'm not gay, though. I'm bisexual. In the end, it doesn't really matter because I mostly meet up with guys anyway. Oh, why's that? It just feels much easier that way, I guess. Less hassle, you know. I'm better suited for a gay lifestyle. It just works well for me. I've had some women in my bed. It was always fun, but not really something I miss a lot. Feels like there's so many games you have to play and expectations you have to fulfill when dating women. Meanwhile, meeting with men is no frills, no games, no shame, just fun. I've met with women who think similarly, but it's rather rare. With men, you can get what you want without the whole dating game, and you can spend the surplus time and resources on yourself. That's what works for me, though. So I'm bi, but I might as well have been born gay, and it wouldn't make a difference. I'm happy being me. What about you, though? Me? That's something I don't even know myself. I'm not sure, frankly. I know I like guys, though. Sometimes more, sometimes less. Sometimes I think that maybe I should date a girl just to see what it's like. Sometimes I'm afraid that if I don't get a girlfriend, I'll miss some important part of life. That maybe I'll become an outsider or something and distance myself from the society around me. About the latter, that could have been true 10 or 20 years ago, but not anymore, I think. And there will always be some things in life you will miss. That's unavoidable. And that's okay. There's no point in beating yourself over everything you didn't try. The more you do, the better, of course, but don't feel obligated to try dating a girl. Only do it if you really want to. Rather do what feels right to you, and don't let the FOMO force you to do things you don't even want to. Maybe you're right. I just feel like I still have some exploring to do. If you want to start right now, you can come lie down here with me. I nod in response, blushing, and come closer to Torulf. He makes me some room, and I sit down next to him on the bed, resting my paws on my thighs, unsure what to do with them. Hey, no need to be so nervous. He licks my ear playfully, then nibbles on it gently. Whoa, back up! Back up! Ow, my back. Fuck, my back. The sensation sends sparks of pleasure down my spine and I shiver, surprised, pressing my side against him. How about we lie down and get more comfortable? I only nod in response. I don't know if Torulf was that perceptive or if it's that obvious that I'm nervous, but he really is trying to make me feel comfortable, and I'm grateful for it. Wait, I'll turn off the light first so that we don't have to get up for it later. So where were we? From this perspective, Torulf looks imposing. His handsome silhouette illuminated by the light of the moon. With the lights out, my other senses sharpen immediately. I'm suddenly very much aware of the shampoo Torulf uses. It has a nice, fresh, and citrusy smell. The big tiger approaches me and puts his paws on my shoulders, gently pushing me down to the bed. I hope that sooner or later you'd end up here. You have very pleasant fur, Arvo. Thanks. You have nice, well, everything. Torulf chuckles and lies down beside me, then wraps his arm around me, pulling me closer to him. His whiskers tickle my face and brush against mine, and I can feel his hot breath on my nose. He bumps his snout against mine gently, looking me in the eyes. His paw returns to my chest, rubbing it gently in circles, then slowly moves down my torso. Stop him or let him continue. I'm gonna create a poll. Sorry, I'm not feeling the greatest about this right now. Okay. I close my eyes and rub my snout back against his. It's like electricity passing between us. Torulf. So, how did you like that? It was better than I imagined. I'm not reading that. Or that. Right now, I want you here. Turn around, I want to spoon you. I press my back against Torulf and he snuggles me into himself closely again. Only now with my back against him and his arm on my torso, I can really feel how much bulkier he is than me. The bed is soft and comfortable. After sleeping in a bus, it feels nothing short of luxurious. Being cuddled into the big tiger feels even nicer, and I relax completely in his embrace. I put my paw on Torolf's, and I entwine my fingers with his. I can feel my heart flutter. His paw is big and fuzzy, and so pleasantly warm, keeping me close to him. Already falling asleep, completely spent, I barely noticed Torolf's wet lick on my neck. Sleep well, Arvo. You too. Day 2. I feel gross. Something solid behind my back, solid and breathing, huffing at my exposed neck. I remember yesterday clearly, but it seems like a distant dream, something I didn't take part in myself. But Torolf's padded paw rubbing lazily at my chest proves otherwise. This is a situation I never imagined myself getting into. Not cuddling naked with someone else, but this. I only met Torulf yesterday morning, yet I ended up sharing a bed with him on the same day. So this is it. This is the moment I'll remember forever as my... Yeah. Still feel kind of the same, though. For some reason, I've always had this vague idea that it'll be something life-changing. Akin to a rite of passage, but I feel like the same person I was yesterday. Maybe I expected a bit too much from this. Well, it's not like me and Torulf are dating or anything. But his bulk behind my back and the paw tangled in my fur make me feel like I'm right where I should be. Besides, we didn't do much, did we? That I groan and stretch out, relaxing my muscles. Pleasant as waking up cuddled into someone else's, I feel a bit stiff and my neck hurts from sleeping in an awkward position. I'm not used to sleeping with anyone else. Finding a comfortable position with Torulf's arm under my neck was hard. Nevertheless, I feel great. Couldn't be better. A soft glow is warming me from the inside. Soft and warm like sunshine over a field, I'm hyper aware of all the sensations that reach my body. I want to ingrain them inside me and hold on to this feeling forever. I think I hear music from a room next to ours. Someone is playing Adam Hart's Smother over there. Bless them. The choir sounds right through the wall, triumphant and wondrous. Or maybe I'm just hallucinating it, expecting a worthy dawn chorus to accompany this pleasant morning. Torulf's warmth, the smell of pine wood and a bit of musk on us in the sheets. The sound of an organ filtered through the wall all come together to form this one perfect moment. After a while I open my eyes, but it's still mostly dark in the room. It's either very early or it's an exceptionally cloudy day. I feel well rested, which points towards the latter. Actually, it's a bit concerning. Maybe it's already pretty late. I wouldn't want to miss breakfast, let alone the trip to town. Torulf? Are you awake? No. What hour is it? Torulf doesn't reply, but instead presses a snout to my neck, giving me a playful nibble that sends shivers down my spine. I think it's almost breakfast time. And we still should shower before going out. Torulf sighs and then stretches out too, his joints making alarming popping sounds. Let's get up then. We wouldn't want to miss breakfast, would we? Torulf gives my chest a final energetic rub before he slides out of the bed. Even without him, his warmth and scent lingers on, so I turn around to lay in the spot he was in just a moment ago. Hey, didn't you just say you wanted to get up? Never said anything like that, just made an observation that it's likely almost breakfast already. Well, look, it's just 6:45. Still plenty of time. It's not like we have to get there on time anyway. Come on, let's take a shower. Wait, like, together? Well, there's just one shower here, isn't there? I gulp. That's something I always wanted to do. Somehow it always seemed like something even more intimate to me than that. Uh-oh, stinky. On our Cooper era. Oh no. And I'm going to... Yeah. I feel giddy. Oh, how lucky I was to meet this guy and that he liked me. The stinker. Ew. Sure, we can. I'm all... Yeah, I definitely need a shower. I'll wait for you there, then. Join me when you're up. I'm alone in Torulf's room. I'm not going to do anything weird. No, I'm not the type to go through someone's private belongings while they're out. But this moment has a certain ephemeral atmosphere that I want to capture. And what a better way of doing that than taking a photo. I'm not sure if Torulf would be okay with me taking a photo of him, though. Something tells me he wouldn't mind. But a photo of the room should absolutely be fine. Wooden panels creak just slightly under my paws as I get up from the bed and walk across the room to the table where my camera bag is. Ew, my... Ugh. Ugh! Torulf is already showering. I better hurry. I take the instant camera out of the bag and look for a good frame for a brief while. Finally, I find one I'm happy with and take the photo. Slides are completely white as always, and I have to shield it from light before it's fully developed. As I put it into the side pocket of the camera bag, I notice something. It's a key. I put the camera on the table and grab the key to check the wooden tag attached to it. The key to my room. I blink in disbelief. Don't tell me I had it with me all this time! I must have been really out of it yesterday morning if I just put the key there. That's the last spot I would have put it, especially under the camera. Yet, it's right there. I should be happy, I think. I don't really feel relieved, though, but rather startled. If I didn't lose my key, I wouldn't have ended up here at all, most likely. Would Torulf let me stay? I think so. Would I have enough courage to come here if I could just sleep in my own room? Well, I have my doubts. Behind the wall, Adam Hart's Smother finishes playing with the drum roll and the last triumphant chord played by the whole orchestra. Then there's just silence, but it feels pensive, unresolved. And like the choir in that song, my thoughts swirl chaotically, Should I tell Torulf and Devin about the key, or put it back and pretend I never saw it? You coming? Yeah, just a moment. I put the key back under the camera, zip the bag, and enter the bathroom. 37:10 when we leave the bathroom together. We're going to be late for breakfast, but I regret nothing. Quite the contrary, I feel awesome, never been better. I hop onto the bed to rest for a moment, still feeling lightheaded while Torulf goes away to the wardrobe to dress. That's when I remember something. Oh, Torulf, I only have my dirty clothes from yesterday. Do you maybe have a spare of anything? I do, actually. Here, catch. Torulf throws at me a fresh t-shirt, a pair of socks with holes for claws, and a fresh pair of underwear. These are probably too big for you, but you might as well give them a try. Also, I want to see you wearing that. I grab what I think is a pair of boxers, only to notice it's a jock strap. Torulf, this is the only spare I have. Sorry. I put it on, but it does indeed turn out to be too big. Well, my boxers from yesterday will have to do. The t-shirt is a bit big, but it doesn't look bad on me. It's obvious that it's not my size, but I'll take it over putting on my used t-shirt from yesterday. Socks with multicolored stripes are a little looser than I'd like, but they don't roll off my paws, so I keep them on. No! Now only my trousers, and I'm all done. Ready? Yeah, let's go, we're already late. Spin! The cafeteria is almost full when we arrive. I spot my friends all sitting around two tables at the end of the room, but Torulf points towards a half-empty table on the left. Let's sit here, it'll be quieter. I don't like this much chatter early in the morning. I nod and we walk up to the table, sitting down opposite to each other. Food is already served, a wide assortment of cheeses and brunost on platters, jams and pastes in small bowls, bread, croissants, and Danish pastries in baskets. There's also a pitcher of milk and a bag of corn cereals. This looks nice. I keep getting pleasantly surprised by this place. Not a fan of sweet breakfast, so I skip the cereal and just make myself a few sandwiches and pour myself some coffee. Torulf does likewise, only he opts for tea instead. So we're leaving for the lectures in an hour. Which ones are you attending? Oh, I don't really remember. I chose one that seemed interesting, like one about the usage of MDMA in trauma and addiction therapies. I'm not attending that one. It's related to my field of study, so I've already read about it, but I doubt they'd say anything that would be new to me. I'm looking forward more to the trip to the town. I haven't been in the area for a long time. I get a bit of nostalgia looking at these landscapes. Were you here before? I grew up not far away from here, on one of the islands. I've visited the town a few times. It's the biggest one in like a 300-kilometer radius. I had no idea. I assumed you were from Anslo. No, unfortunately. I moved out the first chance I had, when I went to the university. So you don't visit the area often? No, I don't have a reason to. Well, weird. I don't miss home yet, but I'm going back there for the winter holidays, and I probably will every year, until I have my own home and family. I wouldn't want to not see my parents for years, even though I'm not exactly a family person. Anyway, I hope the bar I knew is still there, the only one in the area serving delirium. How about we hop there after the lectures, stay for a bit, and if we're late for the bus, we'll just get a taxi back. Oh, shit. Sorry, there's no booty butt naked Travis. Sounds good to me. I've never been in a bar, actually. This could be fun, but I also feel a weird sense of discomfort when I think about it, likely because I have no idea what to expect. I hope they aren't as rowdy places in the Japanese films I saw. At least I wouldn't expect to see any Yakuza members there. I won't voice these concerns to Torulf, though, obviously. I'll get Lake there, too. I'm sure he will be interested. Oh, good. Having them there should help me relax a bit. I'm not feeling all that comfortable around Torulf yet when we're just talking. Cuddling in silence is easier. When we enjoy each other wordlessly, I don't have to worry that he will find me uninteresting or ignorant. He's 7 years older than me, after all. Even if he looks and acts younger, I still feel the age difference between us. And I care about our friendship and his opinion of me. Sitting with him here, I feel honored in a way. Out of all these people, he chose my companionship. It's a nice feeling for sure. Like a cup of hot tea in cold weather, a warm sweater in the winter, a visit to your favorite restaurant with your friends. And Torulf is really a cool person to talk to. He has seen a lot and knows a lot too. I feel like I can learn a lot from him, and I don't mind him leading the conversation at all. Hey, guys, how are you doing? Morning, Lake. You look somewhat dejected. What's up? Man, I was really excited for the trip to town today. What do you mean? Wait, you haven't heard? We're stuck here! Snowbound, locked in. The bus can't get here. Wait, what? No lectures? No trip to the town? Some of the lectures will be live streamed here, but that's a poor consolation if you ask me. How do you know? Devin announced that right before the food arrived. If you arrived late, then you missed it. Wow, this sucks. I looked forward to spending time with Torulf there. We'll find something to do here, but it's not the same thing. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. We started making some plans, but we'll postpone that to tomorrow then. What kind of plans? I thought about spending the evening with you two in a bar, I know, if it's still open. That would be nice. Yeah. By the way, how was your evening? Quite pleasant. Me and Arvo get along well. Awesome! Great to hear. I'm going to my room for now. See you later. And Lake walks away, stumbling into some poor goat girl on his way out. We're gonna leave off here tonight. I fucking hate Torulf. I hate Torulf. I hate them. I hate them. Okay. Stay safe, have a good night, and I will see you all tomorrow.